king of Turkish cuisine, Joshkin from Tulum Restaurant in Melbourne, is joining me today to make one of his masterpieces. I get very excited knowing you're coming on the show because your food is exquisite. What are you making us today?
Oh, well, thank you very much for inviting me again. So we're going to make kunefe. What people actually know about kunefe, it's actually sweet. It's a dessert, end of the meal, but we're going to make it actually savory version of it. And so like Sunday roast, when you do, there's always some leftovers. So there's a good reason to use these leftovers for this recipe.
So kunefe pastry and lamb filling, it's almost like a Turkish meat pie.
Absolutely.
Yum, I like the sound of this. So this is lamb shoulder?
Yeah, so it's our lamb shoulder. So we use that at the moment in the restaurant. So we cooked and then pressed overnight.
Yes.
So while you shred it, and I'm going to cut the kadayıfi, just put them all up in here.
Oh, look at Katia. I love using this. I think it's more readily available these days. It's essentially shredded pastry.
It is actually shredded pastry. So it looks very like a noodle.
Yep.
Just roughly chop them and cut them, put them into the big bowl.
Yep. Used a lot in Turkish cuisine, Greek cuisine,
Correct,
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern as well.
Yeah. Look at this lamb. This lamb is like, oh, it just shreds so nicely. You don't even need a knife. It just using your fingers to break it up. And I love the idea of doing this recipe the day after you've had Sunday roast, as you were saying.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just use it up.
I mean, you could use like instead of lamb, you could use beef, you could use chicken.
Yes.
So just now it's all like cut and very fluffy.
Yep.
So it's perfect. And now I'm going to add melted butter.
Right. And that's clarified butter.
Clarified butter.
And I've noticed a lot of chefs and cooks, they use clarified butter with katifi, with phyllo pastries, just so we get a beautiful even colour.
Absolutely. And also it doesn't burn.
Yep.
So there's some spices.
Okay.
There's like cumin, Turkish Aleppo chili, and there's lemon pepper, salt, black pepper, all of them, they goes together. Nice seasoning.
This is a delightful ingredient.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's not spicy, really, is it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It gives also a little bit like a smoky flavour too.
And what was this again?
Oh, that's the lemon pepper, a mixture of like lemon zest and there's peppers and salt. It's give like beautiful seasoning. And then there's parsley. If you chop the parsley, it doesn't have to be fine. Just roughly.
Just roughly?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is what I love about your cuisine. There's just so many different flavours, but they all work in harmony.
It's all about adding on flavours.
And you've got other herbs here too, because parsley's just not enough.
So there's some oreganos. It's beautiful. I find them on the market today, which is lemon thyme.
Oh, love lemon thyme. It also goes really nicely with lamb, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So it's perfect season at the moment. Lemon thyme, fresh oreganos, and there's two ingredients left actually. There's the sour cherries, and also there's roasted pistachios and walnut.
Gorgeous.
Just mix them all together.
The whole lot or just a bit?
I think the whole lot.
Whole lot it is. There we go. And some nuts. Fantastic. A whole lot?
Amazing.
Done. I'll give that a mix.
Yes, please. And a little bit like a season as well, salt.
Yep.
And molasses always.
Oh, molasses. A little hint of sweetness there.
Yes. So we're just going to mix them together all. Look at this. Colourful. I can smell all the herbs. So now I keep going with my own part.
Okay.
So there's a tin. So we're going to use that tin to fill up with the buttered kunefe or kadayıf. So all I have to do now, just lightly butter all around.
And this is a tart tin, just a classic one you'd use for a tart or a quiche. It's got a flexi base, so it's going to be really easy to take out
Very easy.
this particular pie.
So just going to add this in.
So essentially that's going to glue together with all of that butter and
Correct.
seal it to form a pastry base. And is this the traditional size of a kunefe?
Oh, it's not actually. It's even smaller.
Like this one over here?
That's correct. So when I put them all in,
Yep.
so I need to press them down.
Okay. I can do that with this?
Yes, please.
Press that down.
Press it down.
Joshkin, how's that looking? Pressing
That
down
looks
on that.
absolutely brilliant, darling. So now I'm
Gorgeous.
taking some of this cheese.
Yep.
Just layer them, just roughly anywhere.
What kind of cheese is this?
That's one of those Turkish cheese, which is unsalted. Probably while I'm doing this, your beautiful mix of lamb,
Yep.
just anywhere, everywhere,
Okay, I'll go straight on.
straight on.
Probably use my hands is the best way to do
Probably
it.
the best way.
Spread that out. And if we can't find this particular Turkish cheese, is there a substitute we could use?
Probably you could use mozzarella. Shredded
Mozzarella.
mozzarella would be perfect too.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add on a little extra more cheese, and then I'm going to press more buttered kunefe or kadayıf,
Yep.
and let's go into the oven.
And Joshkin, how long are we going to cook this in the oven for?
So probably like 180 for 20-25 minutes. That would be perfect.
Sounds good. Joshkin, your marvellous creation has come out of the oven. We've allowed it to cool just slightly.
Slightly. So while I'm taking out from the tin,
Yes.
can you just mix for me the labne, garlic, and a little bit salt, please?
Sure.
So take it off. So I'm just going to cut now.
Oh, crunchy. Hey.
Get inside.
So good. Yeah, so it really got quite golden on the bottom. And look at the cherries. Beautiful. And I'm just going to add some garlic, only half a clove, because you don't want to overpower.
That's correct, yes.
Pinch of salt.
Yep. Just mix them all together roughly.
And I love how you could just add this with plain yogurt or
Ah,
make a labneh, which you always do. Just strain your yogurt. You just place it into a muslin cloth like this over a bowl. And after you strain it, all the whey has gone and you're left with almost like a cheesy, extra creamy yogurt consistency. So good.
yep, so almost done.
Yes.
And
Pistachios over the top that have been finely chopped.
rose.
Rose petals.
That's all.
Look at that. This is why you need to go to Tulum restaurant if you're ever in Victoria, because you eat like a king or a queen
Absolutely.
when you go there. So
Let's
good.
have a taste.
Yes, please. All right, dig in. I'm going right there in the centre. I want a bit of the kunefe. I want all of the lamb and cherries, a little yogurt.
Nice and spicy, crunchy, with the yogurt, creamy.
It's everything I imagined and more. It's that good. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Beautiful.